Welcome back to my channel everyone, and today we will be making the SU-47 bear kit. This plane was downloaded from the Ojimak website and it looks easy but is very hard to make. Let's start by downloading the PDF. To download the PDF we have to go to the Ojimak website, Ojimak. After you open the website, you will either be redirected to the home page or the hangar. Make sure you are on the hangar page by clicking on the hangar. In the hangar tab, you will be able to see all the planes that Ojimak has created, from USA to Russia to Ukraine, etc. In the Russia section, you will be able to find the SU-47 that we are looking for. Now click on the yellow box. It will redirect us to the PDF where we can download the parts. The password is Ojimak, Ojimak. From here, we can download the blueprint basically. It consists of 3 sheets. After that, it is optional, but if you want to download the written instructions by Ojimak, you can just click on the image of the aircraft SU-47 and it will redirect you to the instruction manual made by Ojimak. But I will be teaching you how to make the plane, so it's up to you, whichever method suits you best. For the first part of the video, we will be making the main wing of the plane. And for this project, we will require 3 things: a pair of scissors, some liquid glue and a glue stick. Here we have the main wing, or you can say the main body, because all of the other parts will attach to it. We will cut it and we need to paste it like this. And for that, we will be requiring a glue stick. Why a glue stick? Because it helps in reinforcing the structure of the airplane. And it's also best to keep a waste sheet below it so as to not ruin your desk. This is the complete main wing assembly. This is what it looks like. Now before the glue dries, we need to make sure that it stays straight. For that, we will be using a register. You can use anything else like a book or something else, but I am using my notes. But wait, we are not done with the wings yet. We have 2 more sets of wings, that are the canards and the vertical stabilizers. You can see that the canards are very small and are very hard to fold. So we will be using a life hack basically. What we need is a pair of scissors, and we use the blade of the scissors to guide the fold. Just like you can see right here. We line up the canard with the blade and fold with our fingers. In this way, we maintain a straight fold and improve the overall quality of the plane. Now, we can glue the canards with the glue stick. And we need to make sure that we do not fold the attaching part of the canard too much. So that's why when inserting in the register, we will keep the glue edge out, just like this. I'm really sorry for my bad English, but I hope you understand. Now we will do the same for the vertical stabilizers. As you can see, I have already folded out the attaching part and the main seam of the vertical stabilizers. We will do the same with the vertical stabilizers. We will glue it and put it inside our register just like this. You can see all of the vertical stabilizer and the canard sides popping out. With that out of the way, we can move on to the nose of the airplane. This is a very delicate part of the plane, as when you are flying it, it will be taking the most of the damage. So make sure that you are making a perfect nose. In this part of the video, I am showing you all the folding sections where you have to perform a fold. Basically, fold along the dotted lines and also fold white sections. You will need these outer white sections to glue the piece together. The first step is to join each section of the nose and then glue it together to make a complete nose. If your nose looks something like this, well done. But wait, we are not done yet. To make the plane fly, we have to balance the center of gravity, the CG. And for that, we will require the ballast. What it does basically is add weight to the front of the airplane so that it becomes balanced. Now we will roll the 2 sheets together to make a cylinder. With the help of a scissor, we will make a bullet type structure matching the shape of the nose. This is what a complete ballast should look like. Now, we will be inserting it inside the nose in the front part by applying some glue to it, and it will stay there in its place. Moving on to a very complex part, the engine, because as you see the green areas, they are not given in the blueprint but they exist in the instructions. But me being me, without watching it, I cut it before. So what I had to do was a little bit of improvisation. What I did was cut a few sheets of paper, a very small square, and pasted it behind or on the underside of the part. It might be a bit annoying, but you can just avoid it by cutting these parts beforehand. And this is why these videos exist, just to show the minor details that are left behind in the original instruction manuals. With that out of the way, we will fold along the fold lines of the plane, as you can see right here. If you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. Thank you for your support. Now, I also found a small flaw in the air intakes. They seem a little weak. Now to reinforce them, I used a single piece of paper and used it to attach the pieces. In that way, it is easier to attach the engines to the plane. Now, we can assemble the nose and the engine to the plane. As you can see the white or yellowish area on the main wing, we need to paste the nose there. And we will do the same for the engine. After attaching the nose and the engine, your plane should look something like this. Now, we will be making the upper body of the plane. That is the part H. It is a rather easy part because it has simple lines. It is easy to cut and paste. We need to make sure that we paste the front side of the upper body just like this. And it should look something like this. What we will be doing now is simply attaching it to the upper side of the main body. And we will also make sure to paste the cockpit on the upper side, as you can see right here. With this, 90% of the work is complete. Now only the 10% of the parts remain. Moving on, to complete the engines, we have to paste the engine nozzles, and for that we will be requiring the I and J parts. We just cut and paste it on the plane just like so. But as you can see, it is a rather imperfect part because on the back side you can see that it is incomplete. It looks a bit rough, but it's okay because it's one of the first plane models that were created by Ojimak. Now we will be moving to the radar. These are attached on the back side of the plane. We will be cutting it and folding it along the fold lines. So we will be pasting it like this. The paper was shedding a lot of the black ink onto my hands, so that's why they look so bad. Really sorry for that. With the radar, what you can do is, before pasting it onto the main wing, you can leave one side unglued, and when pasting it on the wing, you can see that it already sticks to itself. So in that way it makes it easier. You can see that I have made a very big mistake right here. With the radars, there is something else going on. One of the radars should stick out more than the other, this one. So please do not make the same mistake as me. Now to the last part that we need to make is the canopy. To make sure our model looks realistic, we will not be folding but basically bending the canopy so that it maintains its realism. After gluing it together, this is what it should look like. Now we will paste it onto the nose of the SU-47, and in order to paste it, what you can do is you can put liquid glue on the inner side of the cockpit and just place it so that the inner glue is invisible. Now do not forget the canards and the vertical stabilizers that we put in the register. Now in order to paste these on the plane, we will be making a fold line just like this, as you can see right here. because the surface on which we want to paste it on is slanted. Now with the vertical stabilizers, they don't need much, but make sure that the star is on the outer side of the body. And you're done.